What, oh what, were we doing in the video game? Shapes 2, I think I was like almost to the final milestone, maybe. We're gonna go find out. Oh, right, I was turning in 90,000 of something. I think I left the game running for like hours and hours. Off camera. We did. Milestone. I figured out that you can have the audio mute when it's in the background, so then I just forgot that it was even open for a while. Unlock, while I went and got food and then did other things, and then yeah, just forgot. Allows you to launch trains into the vortex to deliver shapes, which means we can do like any number maybe. Trains can only go on rails. Must place them, or you place them just like you would place regular belts in space belts. Then why do we have them? They're just faster belts. That's it. With a little bit of added complexity. Can transport huge amounts of shapes and fluids over long distances. I can already do that with belts and with pipes. But it does go faster. It lowers the latency. And now it gives me more inputs is the more important thing into the vortex. Alright. Every train starts with choosing a color, placing a locomotive. Can place as many wagons as you'd like. Doesn't say anything about like more locomotives to make it faster. Train line matching train colors will appear. Train stops and loading. To load and unload wagons, place a train stop. To signal the locomotive to halt. Alright. To load wagons, place one or more loaders next to the train stop. So, how does a loader differ from what I've already been doing? No, those are the same. The thing I was wondering about was not loaders. There's some other thing that I could unlock, I think. Okay, I don't know. Later milestone. We have that later milestone. Okay, never mind. This is just general train stuff. So, what we want to do is deliver a whole bunch of these white ones without wasting any of the pieces if I could. Also, oh no. We're 97, top 9.2% worldwide. 98, 99, 100. Bam, bam, bam. I'm guessing as you get to like the top 5%, people would start having a lot of these levels. Because top 5%, they're probably sending in like full train loads. I don't know, there's still 3 of these to do. These ones are cheap too, just 1,000 a piece. Who knows? Milestones. There was also that one upgrade down at the bottom. We don't have that yet. Alright. I don't know. The answer to the question that is not a question is I don't know. So what are we doing? I don't know. We're going to start turning in these white flowers. These 2/3 of a white flower. These are 2/3 of a flower. Wait a second. You're exactly what I was about to just start making. This wouldn't make enough of them, but still, I could do it right now. All I would need is red paint. There's red paint right there. There's red paint right there. I do have to figure out the train input thing. While I'm doing that, though, I could be turning in 8,000 of these, which sounds kind of useful to me. It's not enough, though. I want more. I want all of them. We have all of the train speed upgrades. We have research points. So we have all of this. We have all of this. We have all of these. We can do don't show completed, and then I get to see everything. All right, secondary colors, cool. Tertiary colors, cool. Transfer stations. Unlocks transfer stations, allowing you to quickly exchange packages between wagons. I don't understand why I need this yet. Okay. Wait stop. Unlocks wait stops, which makes trains wait for a fixed duration and or until being fully loaded, unloaded. I don't see why I would want that. Unlocks filler wagons, which can be used to space out other wagons. I don't really see why I would want that. Shape multiplier. Okay. Okay. So, my flowers. I remember marking on a line right here. Which ones are free? Is it just one of them that's free? Please be 2. Please be 2. Up and normal flowers are available. Okay, we have 2 full belts of flowers. And we only need 2/3 of a belt. And I want to paint them first so that it uses less white. And what is the ultimate shape that we're trying to make? Because I just want to make a stupid amount. Except I want to make stupid amounts of these ones, it looks like. You are called delete. I don't know. For right now, let's just get some of this going. Yeah, but what if I can turn in any amount? If I could turn in any amount, then I should make a massive number. 1 belt of these. It's just weird numbers. And I don't know how much I want to think about it. We need white paint. My white paint production is not currently good. Did I just start new white paint production? I don't think so. I do see 2 colors over here though, green and blue. What am I doing with that? Making a whole bunch of teal. There is red up here. Because the flowers are already moving, I think. So having this red, and there's a whole bunch of space right here. Or having this red, it doesn't really matter which. Well, let's do this red. Then I could just do my color mixing, and we could scoot it back even. So, I kind of want to cover that whole island, is the idea. Let's grab these. And then, let's come over here. So this island, that one. I would like, not this one. So you. That one. That one. Cool. Rotate. 3 of them right here, shift click, which means one of these. Which means that all of this is going to be a pain forever and ever. There's an argument for just leaving that gap right there. Is it a good argument? We need 3 of these pointing into each. This one, this one. I think there was going to have to be a gap somewhere. Yeah, because there's only 3 of those anyways. I mean, I could just use a partial one. Huh. Wonder if I should do that. Because it still is just more red paint. I mean, in theory, that's fine. How do I get that one space out of the middle? So, all I would do is make this the partial one. There we go. It's beautiful. These ones. Now, we have a whole bunch of red paint. Sweet. 1 whole line's worth? Probably not, because I think it took 24 sets of these miners, which would take 4 times 24 of these blocks, which is basically 100 blocks, which would be like, ooh, 100 blocks isn't that many. 10 by 10. I do not think this is a 10 by 10. This is 4, it's close though. It's kind of close. So we have 7 up here, 8, 9. It's almost a 9 by 9, which would be 81. It's a 9 by 9, except it's missing 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then another 5. So it's missing like 13 from 81. All right. I should make a sign and say how many of this is, but I don't think it's that big of a thing. Maybe it is. All right, your red paint. So one of the things I would like is to be able to get red paint easily. I would like to be able to get blue paint and green paint and all of the paints. And teal paint and yellow paint. That was not what I meant to hit. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Huh, 16. Sounds reasonable. So, I said that I want red paint as one of the colors. True. I'm gonna put this here. So that'll be one of the mixed paints. This'll be one of the mixed paints. This will be... Oh, we could do double white. Now that I think about it, double white kind of makes sense. Then, I would actually want more of this. I'm gonna put one of these here. I'm gonna put one of these here. Do I have enough paint to supply all of this? Probably not, but the idea is for it to be just a massive amount. And we're gonna get rid of this whole area. All right, come up a level. This one. So this is gonna be my blue paint. Blue paint. Blue paint can go right here. It's fine. Blue paint can also come out right here. So lots of blue paint. Green paint. Green paint can go right there. Delete, delete, delete. Why would I have the red go out through the middle here? I wouldn't. I don't think I would. Primary colors. I don't know. I'm gonna have you come out here. Wait. Aren't there 3 of the tertiary ones? There's red plus blue. There's red plus green. Then there's green plus blue. Crap. I think I need 2 more sets of these. Okay. I'm working this through, kind of. Alright, we need to go down a level. So, why am I spreading these out as much as I am? I don't know. Just kind of making a mess of things. This is where labels would be useful. Here. I'm gonna do that. Delete. 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 Okay. What I want to do now is connect this up. So this is supposed to be for white paint, is the idea. White paint. Oh, I only need double of one of these, whichever one's making the secondary color that's going into the white paint. The other ones can all be singles, I think. So actually, I don't need this. So, what I want to do is make 4 sets of the double paint. 1 of these, 2 of these. This one goes into white. This one. Which one do I have the most color of? The one that I have the most color of looks like either green, red, or blue. That's not helpful. That is not useful information, but it is one of those. Which one? I'm also just trying to figure out if I can get this space easily. The answer should be yes, but I don't see it. And if I get these other spaces, the answer should definitely be yes. Alright, I mean, these spaces are easy if I just do this. Oh, there's another space up here. Crap. I want to be using those spaces. What I'm figuring out. To get this space, we're going to put another of these like that. And we're going to put this like this. And then I believe all of these should be mining at least some amount of blue. I disconnected this. I didn't need to do that. It's fine. Operator. No, because now we're not going to be making the teals. It's okay. I'm going to plug in the teal. Look, we have the teal right here. Blue plus green. Let's get this plugged back in. Okay. This is not empty yet. There's plenty of teal over there, but I might as well let it empty. It's fine. It'll take a while to empty. I doubt I'm burning through it that quick. This is building for the future. It's not just about right now. That's what I'm going to tell myself. All right, we have teal. We have blue. We need another teal. But do I have more green or more red? We have a lot of the blue is what I figured out. I want this to come back further. So the blue is currently going in on the bottom. Cool. Delete. Delete. Things that I'm noticing. This is not hooked up for whatever reason. Any others that are not hooked up? Looks like they're all operating. Is the bottom not hooked up? I think they're all hooked up. But it's easy to miss it if they're not. And that would not be ideal. Alright, this one can go into here. And then we need red. So I want red plus green, red plus blue, which will make purple and yellow. Purple and yellow. Purple, yellow, teal. Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. So this one is supposed to go plug in right there. It also needs to plug in right here. I hate it. This one. There we go. That one. So now, why did I line these up with each other perfectly? Fix it. Why am I like this? Okay, go down a level. Delete it. It's beautiful. 2, come up a level. Now, that's what I wanted. Perfect. You probably want even more space, but luckily we can turn with like no space. So this is fine. Here, I'm going to have you go up to here. That way we don't have to cross over each other. This one can go right there. I believe that is going to be all of the colors getting produced in bulk, except we need red to run out like this. And we need green to run out like that. Okay. I should, like, have these be a uniform space. Probably. So that I could just copy and paste. I don't know. I don't know if it matters. I don't even know what I'm making all these colors for. We're just doing it. Feels like a thing that I'll appreciate later, but maybe I won't. Yeah, because we're going to use them for crystal, we're going to use them for painting, we're just going to use them. And I have room that I could expand if I need to. So now, we're just planning for the future. Look at all the colors that we're in theory gonna have someday. Look at that one little red. What are you doing? You're getting past everything. There is a red plus teal makes white, right? Is there? Yeah, it's making white. What happens if you put in 2 secondary colors? You just waste a bunch of paint? Not really, because it makes more of the secondary color than the first, so it ends up with the same amount. You're just adding an extra step for no reason. I'm guessing it still would make white, but maybe it doesn't. Kind of curious. Also, you're not hooked up. So, kind of just want to see for a second. We'll put it right back, but I just want to know, when you put 2 secondary colors, does it still make white? So, instead of red, or does it break? No, it's still draining the red. Starting to fill with purple, though. Purple and teal. Do you make white? Do you break the game? It's filling, 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 mixing. Oh, weird. Because it's 2 parts blue. Oh, you can actually dye things back to blue. So this is blue, so you can convert from one color to another. That's interesting. This is blue plus red. This is blue plus green. We can turn it all into pure blue. If this game was more like difficult and complicated, I could see reasons that you would want to do that. But really, we kind of have unlimited of everything, so I don't need to. Like, it doesn't even hurt that these are mixed belts, that it's going to have white mixed with the purple, because it doesn't really break anything. I mean, it'll make some of the bad shapes, but who cares when we're trying to make tons of shapes in the long term. Look at how beautiful it is. All right, the next thing I want. We do want a whole bunch of these flowers. I have a whole bunch of those flowers. Those flowers are on this belt right here. This belt is dead ending right here. Doesn't need to be. Are you on the 3rd floor? No. But it's kind of a highway. What's going on with this 3rd floor one? It's just sitting there empty because that's a turn-in belt. All right, I don't want to use the turn-in belt. All right, I do want these. So I could either pull off, but then I would have to run 2 belts. There's no reason to pull off. I think what I want to do, and I do I want to run this over by the paint? Or do I just run the white paint up to here? Oh, we could do that. We can run the white paint up, except milestones. So after this, we're doing more white paint. We're cutting out the same shape. We're stacking it on itself. And then we're going to pour in more white paint. Okay. I mean, we're crystallizing, so it's not pouring in. Wait, can you paint crystals? Oh, I don't know the answer. Wait, can you paint crystals? What happens? I need a crystal on top. This one has crystals on top. Science. I will need a paint to plug into there. We have some teal right there. So, what I want is a 4X paint. This one. Did I update this? Who knows? We need to come down a level. That one. We need... So right now I can hit Control Z a bunch and undo all of this. So, come up, come over, come down. That one. I just want to see if this paints the crystal. I assume it does not, kind of. Do I assume that? I do assume that. It wouldn't make sense that it can paint the crystal, but if it could, then that would be very helpful to me. Especially for those shapes that want like white crystal plus white pieces. Okay, so the answer is it only paints the non-crystal parts. Could be useful still. Okay, so Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Beautiful, we're back. Okay, I want a 2/3 maker. An efficient 2/3 maker. Ooh, also, if I want to supply more paint to this, I could just plug in more of these paint things. Like, if I need more green, I just plug in more of this one. But right now, like green, we're actually going to burn through a massive amount of green. And blue. Less red. Okay, not an issue. I'm not even using any of the paint yet. Let's not worry about it. We do have blue on here. A little bit. We can make any paint into any other paint. What I wanted was those flowers. I was trying to figure out where I was building, and I don't know the answer yet. So the flowers are right here. I do have this whole area. I do have this whole area. Let's use this whole area. All right. That was all I wanted to know. Come right here. This one. Good. Good enough. So we said normal and up. Normal and up. For right now, I'm just going to take off the normal ones, which means I should go change this, because then I don't have to do a down. So in order to edit you, clear contents, destroy, configure. It'd be cool if I could like line this out. Up flowers available. Confirm. Sweet. This one. Claim. Normal flowers are being used. And we want to cut you into pieces. But I want to keep both sides. Kind of want to rotate. Huh. I don't need to rotate. Let me think for a second how best to handle this. So, I do have 180 destroy half, 180 destroy half. I don't want destroy halves. I'm just gonna make a new one. What are these? Rectangular foundations, irregular foundation. Weird. I like everything being a single foundation for right now. All right. I will want to paint these first. Do I care about that? Yeah, let's do it. This one. We did set up the paint. Unlimited platforms. All right, come in. So, for X paint, which I think is set up correct, flip it, go down a level, and go there. I should set that up in line with this, probably. Control X. We can go right here. Looks good to me. Then this one. I hate that it zooms in every time. I want to just be able to, like, use the pipette tool. Maybe I could. Oh, did I line this up? No, that's fine. I don't like that every time I try to go to this building mode, it, like, zooms in on the platforms when there isn't even a platform there that I'm trying to build to. Sometimes I want to go to, like, this small building mode, but usually I'm out here in the world. Okay. So, that does have the updated one. Yes, with 4 painters instead of 3. We're waiting on white paint, which is going to get here. We're going to get flowers. We're going to take those flowers. We're going to cut those flowers into pieces. cut those flowers into pieces. So I want to be in this mode. We want a cutter. Is that what I want? A swapper. Cutter versus half destroyer. Half destroyer takes 3 of those per line. This one takes 4 per line. I think I've already made this, but it wasn't made well. I just want to remake it. That's it. So with 1 line of those, with 1 line, do I want them all aligned the same way? Probably. I don't know why. Coming back to this game after like even just a day off, it's hard for me to think. So this one takes 2 of these per belt. So really I only need 1 of these per 2 lines. But it doesn't hurt to just do it this. There's no slowdown. It's easier than trying to get them to collect to one spot, I think. So now they're all facing the same way. The big thing is, what? That 1 belt of input ends up being 2 belts of output. That is a big thing. So really, this one supplies all 4 of these. This one, I'm going to need to scoot these up slightly. So if I just want them all to be the same, which is what I do currently want, but I think I want to flip the other side so that they're all on the left. So that makes sense to me, maybe. All on the left. I want another of these. So we have these 2 belts. This one. Could I make it into a single thing? I can, it's just the outputs that are a problem. If I output from the sides, then I could have 2 outputs. Trying to think what I want, because I just want to be able to place a bunch of these. Right now, let's just get it hooked up. Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. So this one would want to go to here. This one would want to go to here. These ones would want to go to here. That goes there. All right, quick pause. I'm still thinking about these outputs. I could have all 4 of these come in and just have 2 layers of outputs. I would have to process the 2 layers of outputs at some point. That's not that hard to do, though. That kind of feels better to me. Because then I could just have 1 line coming in, 1 line coming out. And then it would just take 4 of the... Ooh, maybe I do like that. Kind of just talking to myself. All right, so on this layer, I think I would do the same thing. See what that looks like. I'm going to copy this. Control-C. We're going to go up a layer. And what I'm going to do is just flip it. Rotate it. Wait. What? That didn't flip anything. Oh, no, it did. Undo it. There we go. That is what I wanted. So then we would just take this, come up. Take this, come up. Why is that not connecting? Did I go up 2 layers? No. So confused. So easily confused. Oh, right, it has to come up right here. That makes sense. So now we're getting 8 belts of output from one of these. Ooh, I do like that. What do I call this thing? I don't know. So that's what I want. So this should give me 2 whole things of white flowers. And they're going to be on the bottom and the middle row. So if I wanted to take them down, take half of them down, then I would just use a down. Which I probably do want to take them down, but I'm not sure about that. So the idea after that is what? Don't know yet. The idea after that is to rotate them slightly and cut them. That feels weird. Because then am I conjoining back up the leftover piece? What am I doing with the leftover piece? Here, get rid of the flashing light that I hate. Hate, hate, hate. If I also made one, which I do actually have what I'm thinking of. Oh, you have the blue pieces in there flashing because there's blue on that line. So way back at the very start of the game, over here, I took these red ones. I had to paint these because I got rid of my red production that was right here. But I take these red ones and I cut them into single pieces. This probably isn't the best way to do it, but you end up getting, with the halves I get 2 belts. I would get 8 belts of these. So I would end up with 2 belts of halves, 8 belts of singles. If I made 4 belts of halves, 8 belts of singles, I could put them together and end up with a whole bunch of these like a stupid amount of those flower pieces. Where the hell was I building? I need labels that go on this part of the map. I was over by the color section. So the problem with that is I would want to do it from, I mean, we don't have to be perfectly efficient, but that would be one of the ways to handle this, is to make a single maker. How do you make a single maker? You basically just keep doing the split thing and cutting off pieces, but then why am I even doing it that way? So this one. This is a painter. This one makes them into halves. Alright. I am going to save this as a blueprint, I think. So we're going to do Control S. You're going to be 1.4x 1/2. And what the hell does that mean? I don't know. Where's my cutter? It means that we cut them in half. It means that we input a full one and then output a half one, which is a pain. Save. And I don't know if I really need to look at the picture that much, but I should take a picture. I just don't know the easiest way to do it. So this, if I go to U, copy. Then I go to B. Oh no, the 1/2 doesn't work. We right-click this. 1/2. You can't have divide in the name? Kind of makes sense, but kind of a pain. This one. Confirm. That one. Cool. Save. Still can't have 1/2. No, and I didn't save it now. Why would you do this to me? Probably because this one, that one, save. Hey, that did work. All right, we're just gonna use the picture mostly. So if I click you, click this, hit B, right click this, click this, confirm, hit X, click this, hit save. Hey, 4x1_2. Could be a 0.5. So now I do have my 60-degree rotates, right? Probably. I need to organize these. 60 flip with a weird thing. So 60 flip is what I think I want. Do I want 4 of these? Huh. Probably. Because I don't want to rotate all of these, do I? It depends. So I could simplify that. No, I can't really simplify this. It's breaking my brain just because I want to do it right, but I don't know what the hell that means. All right. I'm just going to put these right here. Why wouldn't I spread it out? Control Z, this one, Control X. All right, spread it out a little bit because now it's going to be spread out forever. Hit 1, fine. So half of these are going to get rotated 60 degrees. What does that mean? I don't know. Let's go look at the shape. That means that they're going to be rotated this way. I think I want them to be rotated the other way just because then they match the picture and it makes my life simple. So, rotators. Right now, you're rotating one way. Shift click. If I just click, oh, I can just click. Hey, I can just click and drag. Cool. Cool. That's what I wanted. Now we want these cutters. But I don't want this exact cutting situation because now I don't want to 180 them. But I want similar-ish. I want to actually keep the pieces. Because half of what you're getting is a mess. So I want one level to be one of the kinds, the other level to be the other kind, I think. It's gonna create a bunch of stuff. Okay, there are ways for me to think about this. What do I want to think about? So I already have a whole bunch of halves, a whole belt of them. That whole bunch of halves would like to combine with a whole bunch of these single pieces. I'm going to end up with a whole belt of the single pieces just from doing this. And then I'm going to have a whole belt of the 2 pieces. The 2 pieces can be combined to make half of a belt of these pieces. Okay. I think I can use all of the pieces efficiently. It's just going to be a pain. And we're going to end up with like 2.5 belts? No, we're going to end up with like, off of 1 belt of input, we should end up with 1 1/3 belts of output, I think. I don't know. Some weird number. So what I want to do for right now, we need 4 of the cutters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And you're supposed to go here. Is that correct? No, one of these goes to all 4. Okay, that's fine. I can do that. This one. I might want to spread things out more this time, or I might not. What the hell just happened? That save messed with everything. Alright. So, the bottom floor wants to be these pieces, I think. Top floor will be the other pieces. Does this make a whole... Oh, I'm going to have to bring some of them down from the other... Yeah, okay. Got it. I understand everything, I think, probably. This one. Let's see how much of a mess this ends up being. Oh, these are going to get in the way of each other. It's not a big deal. Nothing's a big deal. No big deals. So we're going to hit V. I am going to copy this. Control C. Go up a level. Click. I want to get rid of these. So this time, these ones want to go down. Oh, I could have done the flipping thing. No, it's fine. Oh, but these don't want to be directly on top. Okay, Control Z. Could use the third level. Control V. I do want to flip. Because I don't want the machines directly over each other, otherwise I have to do the inputs and the outputs in the same place, I think. Thinking about that. We'll shift to place anyway. I wonder if I want to scoot these back a little. I do if I have space for it. And it looks like I do. So what I'm going to do, take Control X, delete these, delete these. So right here would be a little bit close, would it? If I flip one of the machines, I think that's too close. I think this is what I want. It only gets me one extra space, but that could be enough to make all the difference. This is definitely going to work. It's just how hard is it going to be for me to wrap my head around what's working? The answer is who the hell knows. All right, so this is supposed to come up a level. This is supposed to come up a level. This is supposed to come up a level. Up a level. Did I want to do that right now? I don't know. These ones. Control C, come up a level, flip it, rotate it. So now the idea was, come down a level. Let's just take one set of these. Come up a level. I just need to fit 2 sets total. If I need to, they could even go sideways. You have to get one belt of inputs, but the outputs are kind of easy. Huh. I think I'm going to do that. Just makes my life way simpler feeling. Let's find out if it actually is simple. So the idea is these ones are going to go up, up. Is the wrong button. Up, up. No, don't do that to me. Ooh, and it's going to have outputs. That's fine. Should be fine. Okay, what I actually want is to come like this. What I actually want is to go right here, then come down, and for this to go in. I think that's actually what I want. We'll see. Find out pretty soon. If that just makes things a mess. Ooh, I feel like this does make them a mess. I feel like a lot of that is going to make them a mess. This... see what that looks like. Feels like a mess. We can always clean it up. Just get it to work. That's all that matters. That feels better. Except this all feels backwards. Okay. I'm not overwhelmed. Working in 3D space is not a problem at all. And why am I doing this? To save space so that it becomes super simple later, in theory. Okay, these ones. Control X. Place them back down, just so that I can see exactly what's going on without it being a mess. These ones. Control X. So now, I want these to come down. So you're one row, you're one row. We need another row. I still have this third layer. Third layer super simplifies most of this. These are coming up to the third layer, though. Yeah, they are. Oh, crap. Those coming up to the third layer actually feels like a problem. Does it? Does it feel like a problem? All right. I'm going to figure this out. It's not that difficult. It's really not. This one. Just start plugging them in and we'll figure out what needs to happen. So, the thing that needs to happen, right now these are going up. Why are they going up? These ones need to go down. I think this is actually the opposite of what I want. Maybe? I think that's what I want. Okay. So now, this one. Now the idea is this could just go right here. This. Why does this not have one? It will have one. Don't worry about that. What is going on with this one? There we go. Why does this not have one? It will probably have one. I think its outputs are just blocked. Do we have a room to do all the things that I want to be doing? Looks like we do. This makes perfect sense. It's going to be beautiful. Okay, so that is all of these. Now, all I have to do is get these ones, which are a mess. They're a mess because what the hell was I doing with this? Right, I moved it. We're gonna get that input figured out. Ideally, where would that input go? Ideally, that input would come down here, but there isn't really space for that. There's almost space for it. It's fine. What I want for right now is these outputs. Come over. There's a reason not to do them like this. No. These ones. Beautiful. Now, we come back up here, and all I have to do is plug in the inputs. So, if I come all the way down to the bottom, come up here, up, rotate it. That one! Okay, so that input is plugged in. This one is super simple. Same kind of thing. Come all the way down here. This is beautiful. This one. It's kind of beautiful. Plugs in. Why am I easily confused? That's not where I wanted to go. We only wanted to come to this level. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. Where was that coming from? That was coming from right here. Comes over to here. Comes over to here. We come down one level, not two. And it plugs right in, and that's the input. And now, I have all of the 2 pieces on this upper level. If I flip them 180, what do? Flip them 180, put them together, they end up fine. So it is going to make a full belt of those, which when I combine them will make a half belt. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. What is this piece? Ah, this piece is just a better version of these, right? Why is it a better version? Oh, but it doesn't do the 180 rotates. Could it do the 180 rotates? I think it could. So right now we're 180 rotating on the left. I guess my question is, if I did this, paste this in, before I do anything with that, I wanted to know if I could do that, 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 that. 180 rotates on the side with the blue piece, but that doesn't mean much when they turn this way. Okay, so on the side with the input, oh crap, it doesn't fit right here. Huh. I mean, I can still do it. Just requires, that's not what I wanted. So what am I trying to do? I'm trying to get it so that this is like a universal 180. So that it would solve both the problems that we're trying to do. Because it still should cut them in half. It's just, it separates out the 2 halves. It's just, in this case, the 2 halves are identical. Okay, so side with the input. This is where we would want the rotators. Rotate, rotate. Up a level. Rotate, rotate. That. Close to what I want. Fine. This. Flip it. That's what I want. It's beautiful. Okay, so that's 3 out of 4 of them with the rotators. Hit V. The other one that needs the rotators is the side with the input, these ones. Rotator. So what I'm hoping is when I plug this in, the output from this thing ends up being the exact same as the output from that one, and we just have a new cutter that is beautiful. It is! And it's actually separating out the 2 halves. Beautiful. You're what I want. Did this increase the complexity? Yeah, a little bit. Not too much. So, if we go to blueprints, what was that called? It was this one. I kind of want to copy you. Blueprints. Because I want to copy this. Edit blueprint. Like, I do want to keep that, I think. This one. Just in case I need it for some reason. Control S. This is delete. 1 dot. Or X. 1_2. Save. Delete. And then this one, Control C. Delete, delete, delete. Control V. Do it, do it, do it. This one. Beautiful. This one. So now, that should just magically work. This one. Control C. This one. Hit blueprint. Come into this one, right click it, and we want to replace it, and we want to save it, and then I want to come out here, clear my cursor, hit blueprints, click this, and make sure it looks like that new one, which it does, because I see the overhead stuff. Cool. This one. So I believe there should be no harm to doing those 180 rotates, but is that true? Wait. Did those 180 rotates just cause problems? I mean, it did rotate the location of the leftover piece, which is not exactly what I wanted, but I can always rotate it back. I can always rotate it back. I think this is fine. Main thing is they're all uniform. It is doing what I wanted. What is it doing? It's cutting them in half and giving me the halves on different lanes. Perfect. Which means I can handle the different lanes differently. Okay, it looks like a mess. It does. Do I still have trash? 1.trash. I can just as easily, though. Hit delete. Do that. Alright, are they all uniform now? I mean, there's blues in there, but blues are fine. The bigger thing is it easy for me to visualize the shapes? And the answer is yes. So now, for the top ones, I do want to pull those down. I don't have a 4 down, that's fine. That'll work. I zoom out specifically so that I can switch to the platforms, then it zooms back in. There's probably a good way to shift or to do this. So if I just hit 1, it goes to space belt. If I hit 1 here, it goes to conveyor belt. My problem is, how do I don't know. I don't know what my problem is. I have problems. That's my problem. So I want to 180 half of these. We can do that. 1.180 flip. Oh, and then I could just do... No, then it's just stack. Okay. The weird thing is I only need half of my stack thing. I think that's true. So... 4x stack. I actually only need a 2x stack. But maybe I'll double this later. Maybe. Okay. I doubt it. I'm gonna leave that tiny bit of space. Control Z, Control V. Go down a level. That one. Okay. So, hit 1. Hit 1. No. Shift 1. Zooms into here. That's my problem. I don't know why it always zooms into here. By default, I would rather it zooms into here. I don't know if there's a way to set that as the default behavior. Doesn't matter which one's on top. That's what I want. That's what I want. $180 was $180 what I wanted, because it doesn't look like it. Oh. I don't think that's what I wanted. Show me your outputs. One of you. Hey, butterflies. All right, we don't want butterflies, so I have to 60 it either direction. To 60 it either direction. We have a 60 right here. Let's go with this. I think I have a 180-60, but that's what I want. That's what I want. Now we do have a 180-60. Is it just going to work? I don't know, because things are stuck. Why are they stuck? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, they're stuck because, oh, if these pieces aren't flowing, then everything breaks. I could just delete them all. So we need to actually deal with these little pieces. The idea with those little pieces was to combine them. Oh, and I have to be using all of them, or I have to trash the extras. So if we just combine them right now, they need to be rotated 60. In which direction? Who knows? So this should be a rotate 60. They are on the bottom floor. If I do this, could throw them into trash cans just to get things flowing. So I do want to see that that rotates 60 stacks. These ones! No, that is the wrong direction. Why am I like this? Blueprint. I had flipped the flippers. So this should be the correct direction. Hey, that looks correct. And then we need the 4x stacker. One 4x stack, and I have to go down a level for this. Does it matter who's on top and bottom? Nope. And then what? We're supposed to be stacking with... There's supposed to be a whole nother lane. Oh, they're in the middle. Right, I knew that. So I need to use a down. Right. I remember this. Down. One down. In theory, these could just go right here, but then it's going to be hard to tell what's going on. So instead, I'm going to put them right here. I just want to hit 1 and go back to platform. So we hit shift 1, hit 1. Okay, I believe this is going to give me what I want, but I don't think it's in the right quantities. So something is going to get backed up. Which one is going to get backed up? And which one do I need to add more of? Why are these backed up? Oh, because I have too many of those pieces. Why would I have too many of those pieces? We're going to troubleshoot all of this shortly, probably. Hey, those look like the right pieces. What I'm going to do for right now is go plug all of this in. But who is giving which? I'm supposed to use a train to turn these in, was the idea. The question is, what is the throughput? Like, is this a full belt? Because I think it should be. Is this a full belt? Yeah, they're showing as butterflies right now, but they won't forever. So what I want right now is trash. One of these, two of these, three of these, four of these. One of these, two of these, three of these, four of these. Perfect. And then I just want to be able to copy and go to this building mode, but it doesn't go to this building mode. For some reason, they do copy and paste. Weird. In both games. I kind of get why, but I don't get it. It feels so difficult to get to Space Belt. I want one key I can press to go to Space Belt. That's it. That feels like the key that I press the most when building, or the thing that I want to be doing, but I'm not doing it. Instead, it's doing other random things. All right. Butterflies. So how quick are these butterflies building up? It would be in this part of the belt that it should show the full belt. But that's very briefly. Ideally, I would have a little bit more space so that I can see what's going on better. So we're going to take this, rotate that. I don't need much space, just that little bit. So that I can see, like, does that looks like a full line. Is it going to look like a full line? Kind of doubt it. This looks surprisingly close to a full line. Why does it look surprisingly close? Maybe just because things are still trickling through. That makes sense. So this does look like a full line. This one does not. And the reason is we're producing more of the two pieces. No, the two pieces should be balanced on both sides. This just rotates them. They should be perfectly balanced. But these ones will fill up first. If I wanted, I could have them fill in equal amounts, but that would mean more convoluted belt pathing for no real benefit. Claim, 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 claim. Almost in the top 5%. I don't want to figure out the trains. Locomotives. So we're going to want to load. Ooh, I have all kinds of space here. This the direction that you need to face. I have no idea. Rails. Looks like it needs to go the other way. No. Okay, locomotives and then wagons. Is that an excessive number of wagons? It might be. Doesn't matter. I don't know. Rail routing. So is that just going to go in? Because if so, then that seems amazing. We may have a small problem. Holy, we don't have a small problem. You're amazing. Are you amazing? Oh, you might be amazing. Then I kind of just want the train to be like the full length. And really, I'm just inserting in as many as I can into this thing. Oh, no way. It's going to be able to insert so many, I think. Okay. Okay. So what we need is to go back to, we need loaders, fluid, shape loading. Oh, we can also move massive amounts of shapes. Okay. Those ones. Control X. How does this work? We're going to find out. We already did figure it out once, but I don't remember that, and I didn't really all the way figure it out. I'm going to put you right there, and then we're going to put a stop right here. Put a stop to this. And then, all I want to be doing is instead of throwing these away... Ooh, you're going at a trickle. No, you're not. But you're not going at full speed. I want to make sure there's enough trains that none of this backs up. So these can be going on different levels. There's no reason not to do that with the train, is there? Not that I can think of. Alright, so we're gonna do an up. I shift 1. Zoom out, hit 1. Why does it take so many keys to get to that? There has to be an easy way. There has to be. Maybe I should look at the controls. Settings. Hotkeys. Yeah, but we know what the key is. Camera controls. So I want like platform controls. Placement. We want area selection. What is the key to go to area selection? Placement. Research. Pause, resume. Research. I don't care about these. I want building controls. There's camera controls. Toolbar. Is toolbar what I want? Close, next category. What is next category? Shift 1. I don't really want to hit tilde because that's my stop recording button. Maybe that's my problem. Shift this. Next variant. I hate hitting tilde because then I end up hitting the wrong key. That does switch it. But again, oh, I hate it. It zooms me in right here. I don't like that automatic zoom. This whole use scroll wheel to switch toolbars thing. Wonder if there's a way to disable that. Settings. Toolbar hotkey repeat. Deselect default. If I hit it twice, that's good. Cycle slots. Maybe that's what I want. No. Is that what I want? Zoom cursor. Camera snapping. Screen panning. Cursor. Shapes 2 standard. That's good. Hotkey hints. I mean, that's fine, but that's not what we're looking for. I don't think I'm going to figure it out. Hotkeys. Okay. Let's just go hook this up. And the question is, can the train keep these from backing up, from building up? And then the question is, am I really handling all of the output? Because it looks like we're backing up on these halves, which feels strange to me. What are we doing with the halves? We're taking them down at full speed. I should end up with one full belt of these, one full belt of these, so that should be making a full belt. I should end up with half a belt of each of these. 1.5 belts. Does that feel right? Maybe? So, this does look like a full belt. By the time it reaches right here, it looks like a perfectly full belt. Nice. And then I said that I think this should be a half belt. I think that is a half belt. Or it's at least close to it. So, if I plugged in another set of these, which I could do, I have a whole nother set right here. It's on this belt. All I would have to do is pull off from the up, I think. Then I could duplicate this. And really, I could plug it in. Where? I could just make it so that we flip all of these. They would go into one side, the other ones would go into the other. So yeah, I have too many right now of these stackers. I only need 2 of them. Because I only have enough of these for 2 of these. So, instead of sending in, why does that look like it's still screwing up? For a little bit, it looked like it was doing a full belt. Instead of sending in 16 lines, I should be sending in right now 24, but I could easily send in 48, which would be 16 times 3. Ooh, so this car's starting to build up. Yeah, but we have so many of these. Okay. If I double... Still don't know why this belt doesn't look like it's full, this middle one. Because it's not full. But the question is, why is it not full? Because this isn't full. Why is that not full? That isn't full. Kind of want to copy and paste all of this to clear it, which will mean that it takes time. No. Control Z. Go down a level. Okay, now I'm on the bottom. It'll take time to see what's happening, but just in case there's something weird, I think it should make it clearer to me what's going on, as long as everything connects up right. So this is sending a full belt. Right from the start, these are going to cut them in half. We're going to get 2 lines of output, both of which should be perfectly full. I mean, by the time it flows through completely. So by the time all of them are flowing and it hits here, I didn't leave enough space to see the perfectly full. But right here should be perfectly full. Is that true? I think so. And I think they are. This should end up creating 2 belts of perfectly full ones. Why do you show some of each? Oh, that's my problem. What the hell is going on? I am very confused. What the hell is going on? Oh, never mind. It's just never going to use this middle belt. The middle belt will back up. So that's part of my problem, probably. Small problem, but it is a problem. Is it a problem? I don't know if it is. So I could just pull off of both of these at the same space. That shouldn't be a problem. The reason it could be is because this one will back up while this little buffer is filling. Like, I wonder if I need to trash the extras of the other shape. I'm not sure. And the same is true for these halves. No. No, those halves are just waiting for this other shape. Basically, I don't know if these things should be at the same place as these things, the same distance. And the same might be true of these ones and these ones. Not sure if it makes a difference. Once it's all running at full speed, it shouldn't make a difference, but it might cause, like, these cutters, half of it to be backed up. So far, I'm not noticing any of them that look backed up, though. Am I? Like, as long as they're both flowing. As long as they're all flowing, then I think it's good. Are they all flowing? All right. So this train... Why did those look gray? Explain yourselves. I did paint them all, right? Do you look gray? Does the train just make them look weird? What the hell are you doing? Okay. Maybe there were a bunch of gray ones that needed to work their way through. These ones definitely look white. The train doing anything weird? Still looks gray to me. As these front ones fill up, it should just load more and more of the cars. Are you not actually dropping off? I bet you're not actually dropping off. Okay, so we need to figure out how to get that to go into here. Rail routing. Shape loading. What I would like to do is take this. Control. This is vortex. I guess it's a one. No, I don't want it to be one dot because I don't want it to show up because I'm only building that thing like once ever. So the big thing that we want is for this rail come up this one to actually go in. Shift click. To actually delete this. Do I have to come down a level? Oh. Hold shift to place anyway. Yeah, but it's unhappy with something. This one. Rail. So what I want to do is zoom in and delete. Let's see if that fixes it. Rail. Come up a level. This one. So it shows the X down there. Hold shift to place anyway. Okay. Let's do it. Shift, click, and drag. Delete. Now, the rail. The rail. Oh, maybe it's because I was trying to go down and go in at the same time. This one. I don't understand. It looked like it was drawing that it was going in at one point. So we would need to go up a level. That's what I want. We want what? A stop, a wagon, a locomotive. Shape loading. Shape loading is not what I want. Platforms, trains, decorations. Locomotives. Stops. Wait, stop. Quick stop. Shape wagon, fluid wagon, filter wagon. Locomotives, colors. Rail. Train launcher, train catcher. Catches trains from launchers. Rail routing. This one. So we can see the jump, which is cool. This one. How do I connect you to the vortex? How do I connect you to the vortex? What I would like is blueprint library. No. Knowledge panel. Yes. Rails. Let's go look at the picture and see if we can figure it out from the picture. This thing. Oh. Wait a second. Rail. Jump. What if that's what I want? That could be exactly what I want. Rail is weird. Rail is weird. Rail is weird. Which is fine, it's just they're not handling it the way they handle like everything else in the game, which seems strange. So you need to be up a level. Feels like you do. That's like on the bottom level. Alright, then why am I coming down a level? What we want to do instead of that, just have this be in line. So what I actually want is this right here, maybe. I don't know. And then that. Any chance that just goes in, because that would be amazing. If you could just jump straight into this thing. Where are you at? Super train. Train should be filling up with shapes. 8,000. Just deliver like 8,000. Just deliver like 8,000. You're just going to chill there. Launches trains across platforms or into the vortex with variable range. How do I tell it what range? Into the vortex. Delete. No, now I have to wait for it to come all the way back. You should like draw a line for me that tells me that you're doing it into the vortex. Phone selection. Select connected. Selects all connected structures. I don't feel like you're selecting all connecteds. You're weird. Nobody likes you. So you are an up. I don't see why it would have to go right next to the platform there. Oh. That's what I want. So it showed it right next to the edge here. I mean, we can try that next. See what happens. Jump in. Jump in. Oh, it just jumped in. We got 8,000 instantly. Oh, it's amazing. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Put it all back. How far back does it go with its Control Z's? That far. Okay. Okay. Train! I did want to test you, Train. We're gonna test you. So, now, come up a level, come up a level. Now, why would I do this right where I'm doing this? I don't know. So this is where I want to go. We hit C. We go here. We go with a jump. Go down. Rotate, rotate. I want it to happen before the train shows up. Are you just going to jump in like magic again? Because that was amazing. The bends do slow it down, but I don't think it matters. Maybe. It's amazing! It's the greatest thing ever. Claim. Holy, that's my new way of doing inputs, and none of this stuff really matters anymore, except that it's what's currently set up. This is the new way of doing input. Do I have enough cars? Yeah. I think I do. Okay. Milestones. So I need to do the same exact thing, but using this shape instead, which would be a reason we need 150,000 of them total. I'm gonna have to make these other shapes. That's gonna happen a different day. This one, I could make this doubled right now before I copy and paste it for the other shape. Why would I do that? Because we just found out that trains can input a stupid amount. A stupid amount. I would love a stupid amount. Plus, I happen to have the flowers right here. Come over here. Look at that. Up flowers are available. We're almost at 2 hours. Yeah, but up flowers are available. So all we would have to do is down them. A down. 1 of them, 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them. And now I have to hit Shift 1, zoom out, hit 1. I hate it. And then I have to paint these. We have to go down a level. Flip it. Let's think, let's think, let's think. What are we thinking about? Just where I want to place things. I want to place them right there. This one. That one. Shouldn't have done it so close to this. Wait, that's actually the shape that I need, isn't it? No. I mean, it's kind of close. No, it's not even close. The answer is no. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm gonna ignore this whole chunk and pretend like it doesn't exist, kind of, except maybe it would mess with my underground belts. Would you mess with the underground belts? No. Good to know. This one. Are we underground? We are. If I flip you and paste. So the only thing is, I could just be using a single set of these, was what I decided. But instead, it would simplify my life if I just did this. Which I should have done before cutting and pasting, but whatever. Here we are. Hit V. That's what I want. So now, I could just input this right here instead of combining these. Or, we can do an up for this line. Right now, it's doing an up, so it would make more sense to do the up. This one, up. Now, Shift 1, zoom out, hit 1. Now, that should, in theory, be 3 full belts. Things that I don't need. We can go down a level. We can delete all of this. Perfect. We can delete, hit V, hit escape. There we go. Come back up. Hit just one this time. Sweet. In theory, this should be sending 3 full belts of butterflies. And the reason that's important is because... would that send 3 full belts? Yeah, as soon as this one starts going. The reason that's important is because I could do 3 full belts of this next piece. Flame. I need to switch over all of my inputs to be train inputs, and then I could make more of them. More. Because right now, I'm not really limited by the number of inputs, but I could have been. We're limitless now. Wild. And 13,000 platforms. And look at all the colors. The hell do I need all these colors for? We need those colors so that we can make green and then make teal. Huh. Weird. So I have to make that shape. One thing I'm noticing is that the piece that's missing from this does fit this. But what if I could just find that one? Oh, it's right there. And that's a lot of them. Couldn't I just start painting that green and turn it in? Because we have a whole bunch of green paint right here. I should probably do that. A whole bunch of green paint. So, and I could just hook these onto the train. Can you put train loaders on both sides? No. That would be nice. But I can just plug it into the train, I think. Will it overload it? I don't know. Should I do this next episode? I don't know. What I would like is 3 full belts of these. Where's the miners? The nearest one is, that's paint. All of them are paint. You're paint. Shape miners, these ones. Okay. So ultimately, I am going to want 3 full belts of these, I think. 1 full belt. Let's go look at this. So I have 3 full belts of this. I'm going to get 3 full belts of that. I am going to want 3 belts of these. And then we do the crystal things. Yeah, let's do it. That's super simple. So, we already have 1 belt. That would be 2 belts. This would be 3 belts. We want an up. We want... just put them up right away. And then an up. And then shift 1. Zoom out. Hit 1. Not go over those pieces just in case I do want them at some point for some reason. This one. So now I kind of understand the train stations because I could have this train drop off to the other train. Huh. Weird. I don't know. Maybe I understand them. Maybe I don't. Green paint. The idea with the green paint would be to just split off. Yeah, but that's kind of a pain. We can just come here. Okay, that's backwards. Hit 2. Go this way. Come over here. Go down or up. Come across. Come up. Oh. I should paint these before I do the up or the down. Yeah, I should. But that means having 3 separate belts. That's not a big deal. Alright, so we want to do 4x paint. What the hell was I doing down here? 2 up, right. Okay. So I want a 4x paint. This one. I want 3 sets of these. Hit flip. Huh. Hit flip. Let's just figure this out. So I'm gonna do 1 set, 2 set, 3 set. It's beautiful. This one. Shift 1. Zoom out. Hit 2. No, it's on the wrong level. Go down. Control X. Go down. That's what I want. This one. Okay, so now I'm gonna have you come over, go down, come over, come up, go here, go like this. This one branches off, comes up, goes like this. Beautiful. This one. Hit C, goes like that. This one goes like that. Trying to get large quantities in this game is fun. So what I actually want is Control X. That to go here. This one, Control X. That one to go here. Then delete. Delete. Now, all I should need to connect these, to connect what? To connect these, to connect these, to plug this all into the train. That should be doing 3 full belts. The train. Where the hell is the train? All the way up there. Could I add another train to that same belt? Oh, you can, can't you? So would it have to be a different color? I don't know the answer. Let's go find out. That doesn't have the stop. I do want the stop. This one. Okay, so the loader is on the wrong side. That's what I want. Could just do this right here. See what that's like. So then, question is, if I have 2 red, do I have to change the color of that? Because I don't understand the colors yet. Still don't understand the colors. Okay. Maybe the colors are not for me to understand. I'm sure there's a reason for, like, if you had advanced train behavior. I just don't see a need for advanced train behavior. Feels like you always just want the trains to go into the vortex, but maybe not. Vortex. Vortex. Start loading the greens soon. So it produces a new train. Wait, that's actually quicker too, because the train goes immediately. It doesn't have to return. Going into the vortex is broken. It removes half the trip time. Oh, that's crazy. Also, this line should be as straight as possible, especially if I'm going to send multiple on it, but I don't think it matters, especially with half the trip time. Let's go see. Oh, that was not the greens. Where the hell are the greens? You're going with greens. Oh, those are not the right shapes? Are you the right shape? They are the right shapes. You're the exact shape that we want. I think it just wasn't loaded up before, and now it is. And we can click this, stop flashing. Cool. Let's go watch. So train. Yeah. Bam. Hey, 1620. So these should be producing 3 full, beautiful belts. And it's really easy to just... So I should figure out how many trains it takes to handle... Oh, but the travel time does affect it. But how many it generally takes? There's no generally. Roughly takes to handle one full line like this. Because this is exactly what it takes for me to do one full line. Huh. The answer is not many cars. But the real answer will be, after this has been running for a long time, seeing how many of these light up at all. But the answer could be less than that. Because really, you don't need like these little ones. It could probably be handled just with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probably like 8, maybe 9. I don't know, it depends, because once these back up, it'll start putting into these more heavily. It's definitely not. How many is this total? 4. 4. 8. 12. 16. 19. It's not 19. But there's no cost to having overkill either. Hey, shape goal was completed. That was quick. Was that 12,000? That was... I don't know. Stored 10.2k. No, I don't think it was. So now we would just paint this teal instead of green, which is super simple. Teal instead of green. Go down a level. Delete. Delete. Come up a level. This one. Okay, we should be eating through... Oh no, we're gonna eat through that green super slow just because paint is stored more densely than solids. Control X. That one. Hey, I already see some teal. Control X. Now it's all teal. Beautiful. They are making it pretty far down there. Huh. These are like completely full, Maybe it will take quite a few cars. I don't think it will. Okay, so we're gonna send 10,000 of those milestones. I need to make this other one, stack it, then we have to figure out all the crystal stuff, which involves pins. Oh. It would help if I added pins to these. Crap! I have to add pins before doing the up-up. It's not that big of a deal, but it is kind of a pain. Especially because my trains are right here. Right? It's not that big of a deal. That does mean that all of this is worthless. Control V. So this one. Just gonna go right here. That's more space than I need. It's fine. This train thing is really temporary. I should make a blueprint for the trains. So we want a 4x pin. I don't have a 4x pin, but we do have a 1 pin pusher. Cool. 1 pin pusher. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one. Ooh, is that going to interfere at the bottom? That is going to interfere at the bottom. So, if we flip it... The autosave. That one. If I did these closer in, then what? Then they combine sooner. If I cared about platforms, which I don't, that would make more sense. Still, let's do it. Delete. Control V. It's also just less stuff. Taking up space on the map. Ideally, the train would just be scooted up a bit. It's fine. If I scooted it up a bit, it would be, now we're loading from back to front. Is that an issue? No, it's not an issue. Does it bother me? A little bit. Let's fix it. But this is all temporary. No, let's forget it then. If it's temporary, because we're going to be adding these pieces to the other piece. Let's go look at the other piece. So, if we look at you, no pins. Cool. If we look at you, do we have hints at how you're done? We know that you're done with pins. So, we fill in this piece. You cannot stack on other crystal, though. Will it fill in multiple levels? Because we can't stack. So, I think... Am I going to have to add pins? How does that work? How do you get this crystal stacked on top of this one? Because I can't just do a teal crystal paint on here. Final qualification. That is the puzzle. Ah, didn't I do... We did a full one. Somewhere. That is... Come back over here. That's what's going on with this. And then we stacked it. So... How? We just did a crystallizer. Oh, you can just pour it down. So I made these red pieces. Then, and what did I do? We have the whole thing assembled. So you can the crystal breaks. Is that what's going on? I don't understand. Oh no, those pieces are fake. Got it. So we can stack on top of the crystal as long as it's only pins being stacked on top of it. You just can't stack a shape on top of it, which makes this super simple. So that means all we have to do is fill in this with the white crystal, which is simple. Wait, why don't I just do that right now? We need 150,000. It's going to have to run for a while because I haven't made this shape yet. We'll do that next episode. So we make this shape, which is easy. It's just plugging in, copying and pasting, finding a lot of space, setting up miners for 2 full belts of these, of a full star one, stack it, then we're going to fill it in with white crystal, then we're going to fill this in with teal crystal. No, then we're going to stack it, then we're going to fill it in with teal crystal. I understand everything. And the next thing is infinite goals. Infinite goals unlocks infinite, randomly generated operator level goals to challenge yourself and earn rewards. You get 2,500 platforms. You get 50 research. You get 1 upgrade. That upgrade is going to be upgrades. Shape multiplier, which I don't know what means yet, but we're going to find out. Tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow we finish it all. Or it might take a while to generate 150. It won't. We have a train. Look at how quick we're getting to 10,000. We're going to do 3 full belts. 3 belts is... Why can my mind not process it? It is 16 32, 48 belts per minute with 188, or 180, 48 times 180. I don't know, it's like over 40,000 per, no, that can't be right. Over 4,000 per minute. And we need 150,000. That's like 40 minutes. I don't know. Some amount of time. Look, shape goal complete. I could always double it again. Doubling it again would be difficult. Alright, that's for tomorrow. For now, that is going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.